Hey, popcorn junkie.
Hey, popcorn junkies.
We have Nanny die for a mere nanoseconds, so of course we have a trailer that I've thought all along, oh wow, she might quite like this trailer. This might be something that might be of interest to her.
Oh.
Yeah, are you a keen streamer? Do you like watching series on streaming? What series have you been watching? No, what about Fallout? Did you like that?
I like bits of it, but as a general rule, I don't like the whole streaming phenomenon.
Really? But without it, you wouldn't have been able to watch anything at home?
Yeah. By streaming, you don't just mean that there's lots of episodes, do you?
Things like Ripley, or things like, you know, all the series, Narcos and Ozark. And
yeah, there have been a lot of good ones, but I'm truly rooted deep in my soul to one film that lasts for about 2.5 hours. The old days,
oh,
not
right.
the new days.
You much prefer films to series?
Films to series, yeah.
Oh.
I would always go for a film rather than a series. That's strange.
Right. What about the latest series of Fargo? You enjoyed that?
I did. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
So maybe it's just not that it hasn't been very good. The stuff hasn't been very good.
Yeah, and Ripley I thought was brilliant.
Did you?
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Well, I do worry sometimes that Netflix falls foul of everything just looking Netflixy.
Yeah.
And that was my problem with that. Anyway, I didn't watch it. I've started Fallout for any Fallout fans. I'm quite enjoying it.
I have too.
Nan doesn't like it.
No, I like some bits of it.
Yeah.
I like The Man with No Nose a lot.
Walter Goggins. Is it Walter Goggins?
Walter Goggins, yeah.
Okay, well, this is a series on Netflix. This series stars Benedict Cumberbatch.
Well, I wonder where he's been all this time.
He's been here.
Oh.
And he's in a new series. It's called Eric. I don't know if you've heard about
this. Yes.
Yeah. A lot of excitement around this, actually, online. This lands this coming Friday. We're filming this on Bank Holiday Monday. And yeah, Eric is a series on Netflix in which he plays a puppeteer. It's a psychological thriller. It's written by Abi Morgan. It stars Benedict Cumberbatch. He plays a puppeteer in 1980s New York whose son goes missing. And because his son's gone missing, we go through a sort of a profile or an experience that sounds not entirely dissimilar to his performance as Patrick Melrose. He goes into, I think, sort of drug addiction, substance abuse. He becomes sort of delusional. He goes mad. So I think there's a real opportunity here for Benedict to
act his socks off.
Yeah.
I never saw him playing the Melrose one. He was good, wasn't he?
It was sensational.
Yeah, I remember
he was
saying
sensational.
time and time again. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Benedict?
I love him.
Why?
Yeah, well, he's so good at what he does. He just doesn't do much.
I feel for him a bit because I think that he's become sort of hijacked by his Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of success.
Yes.
And I think he really wants to be recognised.
Doctor Strange.
No, I think he really wants to be recognised as a kind of qualitative Oscar-winning actor, and he's come so close so many times. But he won, I think he won an Emmy though, didn't he, from Patrick Melrose?
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. No, he's really good at what he does. He just doesn't do much.
He's always interesting, but I also think he always falls foul of the thought or the feeling in everyone around him that he's incredibly wealthy and doesn't deserve anything.
Yeah.
I think he's always a bit mean. He can't help his
origin
story,
no.
his own origin story.
I mean, he was really good as Alan Turing. I thought he was really good in that. It was a good film in many ways.
Yeah, it was.
48 hours since Edgar Anderson was last seen around 8 a.m. en route to school. We're urging anybody with information, however small, please come forward, pick up the phone, and help us bring Edgar home.
Letting him walk to school? Is that a decision you regret?
Oh my God.
Tell your mom what you're working on, kid.
His name is Eric.
Missing persons, Detective LaDroit.
Mark up every door you've knocked on, every area you've searched.
Mr. Anderson, do you have any comments?
Press are crazy over this.
Do you even have a suspect?
We're ruling nothing out.
They're saying that if he was alive, that you would have found him by now.
You have to trust me.
What are you doing with Edgar's drawings?
I'm working on a new puppet. If we can get him on the show, then Edgar will see him. He'll know how much we want him to come home.
You're going crazy.
He's the monster that every child wants when they are lost and need to be found. This is Edgar's idea. I want to make it real. Gets kind of lonely in this city. It's so dark underground.
You're not alone, Eric.
The kid's been gone for over a week.
Don't give up on him.
Eric is gonna help me find Edgar. Oh, Vincent, Vincent, Vincent.
It is rare that I'm lost for words, but I'm lost for words.
Oh, Christ. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was getting a few vibes there. I was getting almost Where the Wild Things Are.
Yes.
I was getting Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yes.
I was getting Michael Gondry style kind of weirdness.
Yeah, that one with Anthony Hopkins where he plays the puppet, he plays a ventriloquist.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, but that wasn't whacked out and weird though, was it?
Well, it was a bit weird.
Was it?
It's a bit weird.
The whole puppetry thing is weird.
Yeah, the whole ventriloquism.
So he goes mad, he goes insane, grief. So it's obviously going to be the insanity of grief, how it. But maybe
builds a puppet and goes out onto the streets of New York and wonders why he's torn to shreds.
Yeah, but I think a little bit more sort of poignant in a sense is his belief that this fictional character that his child's created could be the way to get his child back.
Well, it sounds that has a certain logic to it to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very bad with sort of puppets generally and sort of creatures.
Right.
I mean, what was that film called? Oh, I really didn't expect it.
But I think the whole puppet thing is presumably metaphorical, right?
Well, yeah, well, I would hope so. But even when it is metaphorical, I find it difficult to watch.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why, are you feeling Jim Henson and the Muppet Show all the time? And sort of Sesame Street?
Sort of, yeah. Which I know is very sort of, bad of me, but I can't help it.
It's not bad of you. Why is it bad of you?
Well, because I should have gone beyond that.
Well,
there have been enough
puppetry things.
Modern puppetry things to. Yeah.
So I think you're trapped in a very old-fashioned idea of puppetry, Mum.
What's the name of that film where the boy wanders into a place where all these huge animatronic things are? That was quite good.
Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Now I thought that bucked the trend for me.
Right.
I thought that was quite good.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, I thought what was interesting about that was obviously it's going to speak to some of that stuff that I think the Madeleine McCann's family get. Obviously the sense of blame. Does he feel responsible? Yes. Culpability, and your child go. Yeah. I mean, Christ, go to school. Is that like a crime? And so I suppose it's going to be interesting for me. What's most interesting is seeing how his mental demise is potentially going to come out in this kind of. But what was all the weird nightclubs and all the kind of dark, twisted bondage shit, Mum?
Bondage.
Well, not bondage, but there were ropes and stuff, weren't they? It's kind of like there's detective procedural, psychological mental breakdown, alongside puppetry.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot in there.
There is a lot in there.
Are you going to watch it, though? That's the question.
No, I will. I will.
Even though you don't like streaming?
It's on Netflix. Of course it is. Yeah. No, I will. I do not like streaming.
But you don't like puppets?
If
you don't like streaming, you don't like puppets.
No, but I mean, as if anything.
But you love Benedict.
I love Benedict. Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes.
Yes.
That's him.
So, what do you think of his performance? Do you think it takes you to a deep place? You were going to get emotional, and then you saw a monster's face in a bag.
Yeah, and it threw me. He does a good drunk. He does a good on the edge of being drunk.
He does.
It's the only bit of the Melrose thing I saw. He was in a bath.
Yes.
Yeah,
he was injecting his fingernails.
Yeah, that's a bit I saw. He did that very well.
It's difficult to represent alcoholism and demise, isn't it? Other than going.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah.
Set in New York.
New York at a certain time.
The 80s. There were Walkmans in there, Mum.
Oh,
did you have a Sony Walkman?
Did I have a Sony Walkman? You were brought up with a Sony Walkman in the house.
Yeah,
I used to take the dogs out on my head.
Do you remember metal versus chromatic audio cassettes?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
Anyway, I think it kind of looks intriguing. I was getting kind of I was getting Michael Gondry vibes.
Yeah, I never like Michael Gondry.
No, not either.
He's choosing different.
That's a truism.
No, but it is because the last thing he did, I didn't watch.
So Netflix, you haven't hooked her, I don't think. Puppets, streaming, she's not on board with it. She hasn't watched Benedict's last thing.